my brother got tickets to an electronic music festival in Miami.
What?
Yep. The tickets itself were like $600, but we're looking at flights right now. And we're trying to get a good deal, and I think the ballpark is around $200, $300 for the ticket. The ticket out to Miami, I should say, the plane ticket, because again, we already have our tickets to the festival. God, $600, man, for the festival. Yeah, is it like 2-3 days or even longer? God, I think I can't remember. I want to say 4. Whoa, it's EDC. Is it EDC or is it Ultra? I don't even know. Like I'm just going for the ride. You're just going for the fun of it, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. And it's in Miami too. You ever been to Miami? Nope, dude. I've never been. Well, I've been across the border a couple of times. Just to places like Blaine. Okay. So like right across the border. Just exactly. Like right there. Yeah. I stepped in and then I came home. I'm back. Yep. Yeah. But nothing like time zones or anything. Nothing crazy like that. No time zones. So you haven't flown a lot? Not really. No. Oh man. I think I flew once when I was like a baby because I have family out in Manitoba, but I don't really count that because I was a baby, right? Like, like you don't remember anything. Oh, clear as day. Yeah, yeah. I remember everything when I was a baby. I preferred sloppy oatmeal to regular. Yeah. And I thought Barney was this contrived, like he was an actor in a suit. Yeah, what a douchebag! Yeah. Big purple douchebag. Cynical baby just sitting there smoking. I've seen some shit. No, but like when you fly to Miami, you'll love it because like I love flying just for the flying aspect of it itself. Because like when you take off, you feel the thrust of the engines, and it's like, holy crap, I'm sitting on a freaking rocket here. And then obviously you're flying over stuff. So and like when we're taking off, sometimes I look around in the cabin, there's like, and like no one else is as excited as I am about like, oh, we're about to take off, guys, we're gonna feel the engines thrust. And it's gonna be really cool. And everyone else is just like, yeah, it's just flying again. Yeah. Yeah. So for everybody else, it's just Tuesday, but for you, this is like roller coaster. It is. Well, for that like 5 minutes that you're actually accelerating, and then it's just cruising for like 3 hours. I guarantee I'm going to be you. Like, guys, we're about to take off. Guys. You got a long flight too, because you're literally crossing the continent corner to corner. Yeah. Were you going to Miami? Oh, you're right, Florida. Yeah. It's going to be. Oh, it's a long flight. When I was doing the map in my head, I put Miami in California. So I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to be fine. Yeah, but like, no, you're right. It's a complete diagonal cross. Pure diagonal, because my brother flew to, I think it was Dallas once or Houston, somewhere in Texas. And he said it was like, because he had to connect through Chicago, it's like a 6-hour flight. Okay, yeah. It's just so far. Like, you don't realize how big the United States is. It's just massive. Yeah. But anyways, we've been talking a little bit for a while already, and with an unfamiliar voice, I wanted to introduce my guest is Alexander Carrigan. Hey, that's me. But I'm going to call you Alex because I like Alex better. That's cool. You're gonna like it too. No, I'm just kidding. But he's a radio personality in the great city of Vancouver. He's originally from Langley, if I'm not mistaken. From Surrey. But I spent time in Langley. Yeah, you spent time in Langley. I was close. Surrey. What? You do play-by-play for Langley Rams football. You do so much stuff. Just introduce yourself ever so briefly. Well, hi. My name's Alex. I like long walks on the beach. And gosh, what else do I do? I've been doing the Langley Rams for about 5 years now. I just did a year of Surrey Knights in the Junior B Hockey League, the PJHL. The PJHL. It's the off season right now. So but yeah, just did a year of that. Coming back with another year of that. Actually, I'm in the process of kind of handing that job over to Jamie Sesford, who is another classmate of ours. Exactly. Yeah. Wow. And Jamie, of course, he got a job with the city of Delta, but he's been out of broadcast for a little while, and he really wanted to get back into it, like specifically sports broadcasting. Oh yeah. And I had him on as a guest commentator for one of the games, and that's cool. He did a great job, man. Like he just. Well, I mean, if you love the game, it should be kind of almost second nature, right? Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Like when you're doing something like color commentary, you're just talking about your experience, and like, of course, he was also a big baseball guy growing up, but he's a gigantic hockey fan, so he just knows these things, and I loved having him on because he kind of talked, systematic, like Surrey Knights are out of their 1-3-1 right now, and that's why we're seeing this. But I'm getting a little off topic because like one of the things I do is Surrey Knights play-by-play. I also work for Todd Hancock. I do the Toddcast podcast. That's right. right, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Somewhere. Oh, it's on my phone right now.
Let's plug it. Yeah, let's plug another podcast on this podcast. Toddcast podcast.
Toddcast pod.
I've only listened to like 1 or 2 of his episodes, but I like them a lot. His interviews are great.
Well, he's amazing. All of that radio experience that he does just really shines through with that.
Oh, that's cool.
And he's a great boss, by the way, too. He's just so...
Just a cool guy to work for.
Very much. Very
nice.
much. And there's one other thing that I do. I just got a job at AM 730.
Oh, yes.
All traffic all the time.
Are you sick of hearing the jingle already, or
so sick? Oh my god! Because they only have like the one, and it's this old one that sounds like it was made in the '90s. Which like when you first hear it and when you first get there, it's like the excitement of that is, oh, this is so cool, and then it takes about 3 days, and you're just like, I'm tired of all of these jingles.
I'm gonna burn this jingle to the ground.
Exactly. Yeah. If I gotta hear this stupid Opa commercial one more time,
no.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, I tune into AM 730 when it's been busy and stuff.
Yeah.
On the roads, I'm like, I got to find out, like, is there, like, an accident in the tunnel or on a bridge or whatever? I need to know if I need to divert. And, you hear that jingle, and you hear, like, the...
That's it. That's it.
That little alert sound that they have, and I'm like, oh, please stop. Oh, just give me the updates. Just give me the updates.
See, before I worked there, when I heard that 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 little alert, I'm like, oh god, here we go. Who's
Bad
dead?
stuff's happening.
Yeah.
And
I think that's everything. If I left somebody out, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're a busy guy. That's understandable. I mean, at one point, I was working at a radio station. You even came and you worked temporarily. I mean, applied. It was a bit of a bad situation. Don't want to rag anyone personally. I'm not going to put names in there, but it was just a bad situation.
Yeah.
And we almost worked together, and we did for like a day or two.
Yeah, that was a great day.
There was one good day, and then it was over.
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, we almost got to work together, but we originally met at BCIT when we were both studying for broadcasting. So that's how we know each other. That's how how we know Jamie as well. And that's why I wanted to get you on, because I don't think I've had any broadcast people on the podcast.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think so yet.
I'm the first.
Besides myself, obviously, but I don't do that. I don't do that stuff anymore.
And like, I've got to say, I've listened to a couple of the podcasts. I got to get back onto it more.
Yeah.
But I really like your banter with your brother. And
it's fun. I just like talking to him.
Right? Like, naturally, it sounds like you guys have a really good time. You guys sound great together.
Well, the original premise of the podcast was like he was moving away. Like this, we're sitting in what used to be his room. Mm-hmm. So we converted it into our podcast studio. He was moving away. I was like, dude, like I'm never gonna see you. Like we're pretty much best friends. Can we do something to see each other every week? So we do the podcast every Sunday. So whether or not we got something going on, we'll just like, hey, we'll see you Sunday. Like, it's fucking Sunday. So it's really cool. And that's he's my brother.
Yay, baby. Do you ever because I know my brother is definitely my best friend, and sometimes I feel like I'm cheating when I use my brother as my best friend, because he's family, right?
Yeah, it's true. You kind of have to be best friends almost.
Yeah, you do kind of have to be, but it also makes me feel really weird when you talk to people who aren't as close with their siblings.
Yeah, who kind of resent their siblings even.
Yeah, it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because I know what happened with me and my brother, and I don't hold that against them, so...
Yeah, I mean, stuff happens.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Are you the older or younger brother?
I'm the younger brother.
You're the younger brother,
I'm the baby, yeah.
I would have called you you got the gravitas of an older brother. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's actually
Can you be my older brother? No, I'm just kidding. I already have one.
If you want one, yeah.
I mean, is that inappropriate? I don't know.
I mean, clearly you guys have a room up, so...
Sweet.
I could just move
Let's
in.
do it. Can you read War and Peace? Because I've just got that over there.
No, dude. Those are some... Well, I could do that Master's Joke Book.
Yes.
That is more in my...
Do the joke book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a reader, this stupid brother of mine.
Look at that. Oh, you guys got Settlers of Catan.
Yes. All the... I keep forgetting that we have all these games. We have Risk, we have Monopoly, we have all this, and I never play them because I always forget we have them.
Settlers of Catan is an interesting one. My friend Christian's, he's got me into that one, but that just... To me, it seems like such a weird game. It doesn't, it's all about building roads and getting points and stuff.
And trade and whatever.
But I want a game where you, hit something or, attack people. Like Risk.
Mousetrap.
Yeah, like Mousetrap. That's a great example, yeah. But, with Settlers of Catan, it's just, well, I'm farming. Does anybody have any goats?
Settlers of Catan is definitely a power play game where, one person will get a monopoly on a certain resource, and then they'll just manipulate everyone else and turn into, I don't want to say dictator, but it turns people against each other.
That's actually a really good description of it. Yeah. No, seriously, yeah.
It does. It does kind of tear people apart. But besides, you're doing AM730. I actually tuned in last night by accident. Actually, no, I'll say it was on purpose.
Yeah.
I was just flipping through the channels, and I heard you on the radio, and it's so weird to hear someone you know on the radio, because you're like, hey, I know that guy, but like he's on the radio.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? Like, obviously, you work for
Todd Hancock,
Toddcast podcast. You ever had that where you meet him in person? You're like, whoa, this is kind of weird.
Well, yeah, 100%. Actually, when I met Todd when I was first going to BCIT, because I was active on Twitter, and I tweeted him. I'm like, hey, man, I really like your show.
Sweet.
He was still on CFox at that time, and he found out that I was at BCIT. He was like, come into the studio.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you serious? Like, that was the first moment of like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
And then, like, right when we meet up, I'm not even sure if I should be saying this on the radio. You know what? No, I'm not going to say this on the radio.
All through just like tweeting him one time.
Exactly. Yeah. One tweet. And it kind of snowballed into that. And then I got into the studio. I met Todd Hancock. I met Neil Morrison, Drex, like all of these guys, just having conversations with them. I helped Todd do a little bit of the Rock Report. I mean, like Todd works incredibly hard.
Yeah, right.
So, he did the thing, but I was kind of.
Well, I was a Fox fan. Up until, they laid off half the staff, like Neil Morrison, Todd Hancock, and they moved a whole bunch of people around. And then, like, afterwards, they kind of rebranded to CFox, which was kind of cool, but I don't know, the personalities just aren't the same. It just doesn't have the same feeling to me without those guys on the air. At least the Jeff O'Neill show's still there, and then they're pretty great. But,
I don't think they'll ever get rid of Jeff O'Neill.
No.
Yeah, with all the stuff that, even with the controversies that have happened with him, it's such good radio.
Oh, it's so fun too. You just listen to him, you feel like you're part of the gang.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, and I'm not even participating in the conversation. I'm just listening to it.
That's a great way to describe it too. Like, you feel like you're part of the gang. You feel like Jeff O'Neill and Captain Scotty and Carrigan. You feel like these are people that you just had drinks with on Friday.
Yeah, like you'd invite them over to your barbecue on Sunday.
Yeah,
like that kind of situation. So,
and that's good. That is darn good radio.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. And unfortunately, some places are they're all about gimmicks now. They're all about like who we're gonna prank today, or like I don't know. I'm a little jaded with some radio shows, so I'm not going to point any names, but Alex Jones.
Actually, I want to bring something up too, because we were talking about other people in broadcast. Every so often on a weekend, I'll tune into JRFM, and I'll hear one of our old classmates, Kelly Charles.
Oh, I was trying to get her on the podcast, but I honestly forgot to ask her.
Oh man, that's.
I'll cut that clip out so she doesn't kill me. But
yes, I was just going to say, you got to cut that.
In the future, I'll ask her on, and we'll have a good conversation. Yeah,
it's so surreal when you hear other people doing things. Kelly on JRFM, Caitlin Bairstow, when she does her voiceover stuff, she did the voiceovers for those the Christy Clark video game commercials.
Like election, some election things, right?
Yeah,
that she
power up. Yeah. And you're sitting there like, is that Caitlin? And then you realize that you're on Caitlin's page because she shared it, and you're like, of course it's her.
Like, wow.
Yeah. But these are people we went to school. Kelly Meadows. Oh my God, I work with Kelly right now.
She's the traffic reporter on Global and stuff, right?
I lost it her first day. I'm like, she's on Global?
She's the helicopter lady.
Yeah, she's Amber Bell. She's the helicopter lady. Like,
yeah.
And then my mom looks at me and goes, so what are you doing with your degree? I'm like, no, don't.
Mother, don't do this to me.
Not today, please.
Hey, well, now, you're doing sports broadcasting. At the same time, you're doing AM 730. You're doing Toddcast podcast. You're doing all this stuff.
Yep.
It all just piles up. And next thing you're going to be like, the Alexander Carrigan with his own morning show on some station in Vancouver.
I really hope so. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about this the other day. I want a late night show.
Oh, like a 7 p.m. to like midnight or something situation?
Yeah, because I'm kind of doing those right now for AM 730, doing like the 4 to midnights. And another thing that I really realized, going back to broadcast here, is a lot of my broadcast heroes are late night TV show hosts.
Right.
I didn't realize how much I loved David Letterman until he left.
Yeah, and then the absences, you're like, oh, man.
Yeah, 'cause he was just one of those very smart, very satirical, very much everything is...
poking fun at somebody.
Yeah. And Craig Ferguson, too. Craig Ferguson
he was brilliant.
Gold standard. Absolute gold standard. I just love the fact that he can...
It was like an hour of improv comedy with him.
That's just exactly
an hour.
Yeah, like he would do like outlines of the shows, and everything else would just be like, well, let's see what's happening. Yeah, let's have some fun. And then when he brought Josh Robert Thompson in as Jeff the Skeleton,
oh god, Jeff is the best.
Yeah,
the best sidekick ever in late night. Yeah. And then there's a lot of good ones, but like Jeff, so good.
Yeah. Secretariat, like all that stuff. Like anyway, going off of that, like I want a late night show because I think it's just more fun.
Yeah.
And you can get away with more. The kids are put to bed. You can drop a couple of F-bombs if you want to and talk about some things.
Maybe a little risque.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, like last night I was watching TV at like 10:30, and this commercial for Durex comes on, and it's like, we all love explosive orgasms. And I'm like, this commercial's played like 3 times in the last half hour. Yeah. Like, you would not get away with this at any other time of day.
Yeah, they're not playing that during the Good Morning America stop set. Yeah.
No, they're playing at like 10:30 at night when everyone's winding down, going to bed, and the kids are already asleep. But yeah, that's funny. I think that would be really cool. You got a very nice, I think, voice for the late night. You got the nice, deep, soothing voice because you get those classic guys who kind of like almost lull you to sleep with how soft and smooth their voice is. So I think you'd be really, really well suited to that, man.
I could do like a QMFM, like the love songs. Or whatever they do that there. Yeah,
like, hey everybody,
you want to send a dedication?
Do your best Barry White impression.
Barry White. Oh,
I know, just really deep.
Really putting me on the spot here. Barry White. No, it's less guttural. It's more, because he's a big black man.
Big guy.
I don't think I can do one.
I won't blame you if you can't. But there was one thing I wanted to. I was trying to remember it all. Like the last 20 minutes, we've been trying to. I don't know.
We were talking about late night. We were talking about like broadcasters that we went to school with.
Oh yeah, Jamie Sessford. Like he works for this corporation of Delta City of Delta now. I live in Delta, which is weird. And his dad used to be the police commissioner.
That's right.
That's right. Chief or something.
So, I believe he was the police chief, but again, that's Jamie's dad. Well, when you bring him onto the podcast, we'll ask him about that.
Bring him on the podcast, and then, but like, it actually got me like thinking, like, he's not exactly in radio, but he's trying to get back into radio. We've known a lot of people who have kind of like shifted in and out, or some, like, I know some of our classmates that just didn't even go into radio; they went other directions completely. Some I haven't heard of from. In 3 years since we graduated. Like, it's been 3 years now?
Yeah, it has been 3 years. We graduated in 2014, and there's a lot of people that, I just haven't really heard from or heard about. And I hope they're doing well, but not everybody's using that piece of paper that they got.
That's true. And it's similar to like when you go to high school and like everyone's like, oh my God, we got to stay in touch, blah, blah, blah. And then like a year later, there's those people you've never talked to, and you're like, I could live without talking to those people.
Yeah.
I could live without talking to them. Because I keep running into people. I'm from a pretty small town. We all went to one high school for the one town. It's like you go to the Safeway or something, you're going to run into somebody.
Really? Just one high school out here in Ladner?
There's just one high school. There's like 30,000 people live here. The school has about 1,600 students every year.
30,000,
I think.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's getting up there because they're building more and more stuff, and more people are moving here. But yeah, it's a pretty small town. Like, but you still run into people like that you haven't seen in years. I'm trying to think of the last person that happened to me. But like, have you ever had that where like you run into someone who you might not even remember, like that you know them?
Oh, 100%.
Like you see them and you're like, oh shit, I know this person.
See, the thing that happens to me almost on a daily basis. And the reason for that is I also live in a semi-small town, it's South Surrey, White Rock, around there.
Yeah.
And I cashiered at a dollar store for 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, when you do that at a dollar store, like, everyone goes to a dollar store, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, like, there's something for everyone out there.
I need some Zap straps or whatever.
Yeah,
like, a dollar store.
Yeah. After the dollar store, I went on to the liquor store. So I did a lot of retail there. Yeah. So there are a ton of people that, like, when I'm shopping, they'll look at me, like, halfway, like, are you that guy? And I'm like, yep, that was me. Are you the guy who came in for the toothbrushes? Or did you come into the liquor store for extra old stock? Or
yeah, you bought a 48-pack from me one time.
Yep. Everyone in White Rock has bought some kind of alcohol or some kind of cheap thing from me at one point.
That's hilarious. Oh, my goodness.
So that happens a lot, yeah. But maybe not as often as it might happen with you, because like it was a bit more spaced out over in South Surrey, White Rock. I'm talking about high school specifically now, because we had Earl Marriott, EMS, and Elgin. So like I'll see people from semi every so often, but yeah, we didn't all go to the same high school, so I don't think it happens as often.
I mean, I always hear stories about EMS, that's Earl Marriott, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I always hear stories like bad things happening there. Unfortunately, like last year or the year before, there was a stabbing there or something. And
that's right, yeah.
And then even before then, I just keep hearing bad things about it. And I visited the school, and it's a nice freaking school. Like, it's like impressive. It's all clean and shit. And then you hear all these stories. You're like, what happened? Like, I don't know. But we used to play volleyball against them, so they're sworn enemies.
Yep. The Mariners, eh?
Yeah, you didn't go to EMS, did you?
No.
Oh, good. No. Sworn
enemies, yeah.
But you're a big Spider-Man fan, right?
Huge.
Okay, because I remember I've seen you with a Spider-Man shirt at some point in my life. I know this for a fact.
It was the last 3 Halloween costumes.
Okay, there we go. That's why I've seen it. Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming yet?
No. Oh. Not yet.
Oh, no.
My brother had tickets last week, but I had to work.
That sucks.
Yeah, I was really upset about that. And, I mean, the movie's essentially been spoiled for me already. Not by my brother, but just by, spending time
just
on the internet.
Things? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
just
yeah.
having an internet connection, I already know how it starts and ends.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But I think what's in between is really cool.
Yeah.
Because they really do the character justice. It's really fun. Oh, man.
I
thought we could talk about it, but I don't want to spoil anything now.
I think sometime tonight is when I'm going to go and
cool.
head down and just get it out. Because, I'm a gigantic Spider-Man fan. And I'm really excited to see how they kill Uncle Ben again. Right?
It's a staple of all the Amazing Spider-Man movies.
They say that Uncle Ben is the only comic book character that actually stayed dead.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because no one actually revives him because Spider-Man needs that motivation.
Exactly, yeah. Like, everybody else comes back. Like Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk. Like, they've all died in the comics and came back. Hawkeye.
Uncle Ben?
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you're not going to get a stand.
I know why he never came back. It's because they made rice out of his dead body.
Yep. You ever see those pictures of the Comic-Cons of, Spider-Man holding a box of Uncle Ben's?
Oh, and he's he falls to his knees or something, and he's crying.
Dude, that kills me every time. I love that stuff. I want to be that guy at the Comic-Con.
Just walking around.
Yeah.
Hey, San Diego Comic-Con, I think is next week. So I mean,
yep.
Quit your job, spend a lot of money, and go down there.
Dude, why not? Yeah, be a reporter. Just get out there and get it. Cool. That. I actually just saw a report about the Avengers Infinity War trailer. They're going to couple it with Thor Ragnarok. So
that's later this year then.
Yep, it's November, yeah. So we're getting a Infinity Wars breaking scoop, guys.
Nice.
We're getting that one in November, and somebody already posted a little. They couldn't actually post a video, but they posted a breakdown of it.
Oh, so just typing it out. And...
Yeah. So the first scene is this, and then it leads into this.
Wow. And... Good memory, whoever watched that and typed it out. Damn. Yeah. I suppose it's they don't want... Yeah, they want to give it to the fans at first because it was this Disney thing, right? This Disney 23 or D23.
Yeah, D23. That's what it was.
Because there's a lot of Star Wars stuff came out, and someone complained to my brother that we talk about Star Wars too much on this podcast, so I'm gonna hold.
Well, that person can jump off a tree
and break an arm, but not hurt themselves too seriously.
Yeah,
So I try and rein it in, but as soon as I think of Star Wars, I'm like, I have to talk about it. But yeah, so there's D23, lots of stuff. Avengers: Infinity War, cool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's. I'm not going to spoil too much about it, but if you are so inclined, just Google D23 Infinity War. The synopsis should come up. I think I saw it on Mashable.
It's on one of those big websites, probably.
Yeah, you're not going to be looking too hard. You won't be looking too... Yeah. It's something, man.
Whoa.
It is something,
I mean, they're still, I think they're still filming it, too. They're still filming it because it's, in 2 parts, right? So it's going to take a while for them to, finish everything.
I can't remember. I think you're right. You're right. They're probably still filming it. I can't remember or
not. Since it's in 2 parts, and I mean, this is kind of a thing that started with Harry Potter. Do you like 2-part movies like The Hunger Games, Harry Potter? I mean, you probably didn't watch Twilight, but they did that too.
Well, I think it kind of depends. In terms of Hunger Games and Twilight and Lord of the Rings and stuff, those are book trilogies, and you have a big thing to work from there.
Right.
I thought it was kind of weird that they decided to make a trilogy out of the Hobbit movies because
that was weird.
You really can tell that story in an hour and a half. That's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
But it depends on how they do it. I want it's got to be a good story.
Oh, yeah,
You
for
can't just have three, like, let's use Transformers as an example. Like,
oh, yeah.
that should not be a multi-film franchise.
No.
And if you're going to have a multi-film franchise, tell a better story. Like, and don't just show me metal in a blender. You know, that's...
I mean, it's a very beautiful blender, but...
Yeah, great blender, top-notch blender. But, like... And, you know, Megan Fox bending over a muscle car is never going to get old to me. But, like, that's... I could watch that once and be done with it and put it on a shelf and just forget about it. But if it's a good story, I'm in. But too often... Well, no, I won't go that far. Because
too often, it's shit.
Too often, it's just terrible. Yeah. But one thing that you do see with a lot of these like multi-film franchises is their book adaptations.
Oh, yeah.
And like, there is stuff there to adapt. So I'm kind of okay with that. But I'm not going to be a fan of Twilight.
Yeah.
Like that's just not a book that I am going to pick up. So no, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, it started with the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. And like Part 1 was kind of boring, kind of slow, because there was a lot of setup for Part 2.
Yeah.
And then you get to Part 2 and it was like a lot of action, lots of stuff's going down. So I was like, okay, I like Part 2 better.
Part 1 is foreplay.
Yeah, and then Part 2 is the Durex intense orgasm.
I like how you tied that back in there.
It's all I've been thinking about all day. Durex, like they're good marketing. So then that was pretty good. And then I don't know, the Hunger Games movies, like the first one I liked, and then from there it kind of just like dissipated, and then they did that split third movie into like 3 and 4.
I never watched the Hunger Games.
Yeah, any of the movies?
No.
You know what? You're not losing out. You're not missing out.
Yeah.
The first one was really cool, and then the follow-ups were like, oh, okay. This is kind of below you, Jennifer Lawrence. You're a better actor than this. Yeah. You can kind of tell that at some point she's phoning it in.
Yeah.
She's just like, no.
Hey, girl, get paid.
Yeah, get your millions and then work on something you actually want to work on.
Yeah.
So whatever. I'm just pissed about split movies.
Yeah,
Part 1 and 2.
I mean, like, why do it, right? Like, if you can tell the story in one, do it. Like, it's.
Yeah, I mean, people are getting more like the new Spider-Man movie. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes long. People are getting a little more tolerant of longer movies. Because like we left Spider-Man and there wasn't anyone groaning like, oh, that took forever. It's because they kept you consistently entertained and they structured it well and they paced it well. So you just got to make a better movie if you're going to make long movies.
Now here's a contrast. Here's one on the other side. The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, what a terrible movie.
Right? Like that easily could have been 3 movies.
Yeah,
like,
way too much.
That's one that you could
shoved
adapt
into one movie.
Yeah. You've got the Peter Parker's parents. Say that 5 times fast, by the way.
Peter Parker's parents.
Peter Parker's parents. You've got their spies. That's a whole separate story itself.
That was weird.
That actually happened in the comics, though, so
really?
I can see why they did it. Yeah.
Okay.
It was one of those. I think it was a Marvel Ultimates, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, so like a spin-off story.
Yeah. I don't think it was like canon, as they say.
Right.
But yeah, that actually happened, so I could see why they did it. But I can't see why they decided to stick that in there in the first place. It's like, dude, like the Electro story and the Hobgoblin stuff. That's enough.
Yeah, the Hobgoblin, and then like Gwen was like leaving for the UK, and like so he's got the Peter Parker story, you got the Electro story, you got the Goblin story, you got the Parrot story. It's like whoa. And then you got the Rhino in there too.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's probably a bunch of stuff that we forgot about with all of this stuff. That could be one. Yeah.
Well, this one, the Spider-Man Homecoming, does a good job of just focusing on like 1 or 2 central conflicts and then keeping it there. But
that's good.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now I'm riled up, Alex. What have you done?
Now I'm angry. Yeah.
God. I think I talked about this last week, but there's a movie I saw, Baby Driver. I keep talking about it because I'm trying to spread the word because this movie's really good.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people I've spoken to that are like they're not sure what the movie is. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it?
No, I have not seen Baby Driver.
So it's basically like it's a getaway movie. It's like the Baby Driver. The main character's name is Baby. He's getaway driver, Baby Driver. And
go figure.
Yeah, and it's all synced up to music, and all the actions, all the sound effects, everything synced to the music that's playing in his iPod because he's got tinnitus, so he's got this ringing in his ears. He drowns it out with music.
Oh,
and great movie. Check it out.
Okay, we're getting at some pretty cool stuff here because like. One of the things that I've noticed as well about movies is you're getting so many adaptations and you're not getting so many original stories. But these original stories are definitely out there. Case in point, Baby Driver.
Yeah, this one was written and directed by Edgar Wright, the guy who did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
That's sick.
So that's his movie. He did another one. The World's End. So he did the Cornetto trilogy and a couple other movies. So like it's definitely in that style. If you like Hot Fuzz, it's in that style. If you like Shaun of the Dead, it's in that style as well.
I'm a fan of those movies. I liked Hot Fuzz especially was just one of those ones because it kind of throws you for a loop at the end there.
Yeah. At first you think it's such a serious movie, but it's so serious it's funny.
Yeah,
and then it turns into like this kind of goofy comedy as it goes on, which is just perfect.
There were a couple parts during Hot Fuzz that maybe it was intentional, maybe it was unintentional, but just made me just absolutely lose myself. Like when he's jogging and he's got a button-up shirt on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who does that?
It's because he's got a uniform for running. He's got to have a uniform.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was younger, I lived in the dark land of South Africa.
Ooh.
We went to school where we had to wear
Southern Africa.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We had to wear these uniforms, button-up white shirts and like shorts and like the high socks and black shoes and the whole thing.
Oh wow, the whole nine, yeah.
Like you see in like Harry Potter or whatever. And for PE, we'd have to change into the school's PE uniform, and it was a button-up polo.
Oh my.
With the school's logo on the front, and then we wore these because the colors were purple. We wore these purple shorts, and you couldn't have your socks had to be plain white, and you had to have, I think it was white runners or something. Like it was like the uniform was even carried over into PE,
like very much uniform.
So maybe that's what they were making fun of, was like school uniforms or something. But
I can see that, yeah, that. A polo for gym wear, like that just breathes so well, right?
And it was in like South African heat. It was dry as hell.
Oh,
it's hot all the time. And I don't know. It's just a funny little thing.
This does not sound like a win-win scenario.
It's like, but it's got a collar. It's very proper. And blah, 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 blah.
I can just see somebody like giving you a hard time for being in gym and like your collar's messed up. Why is there sweat on your shirt?
Collar.
Yeah. Wait, stop running right now and fix your collar.
Back straight when you run.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah. No, please stop this.
Man, that's.
Let me try and think. You know what? I always ask people how their week was at the beginning of the podcast, but I forgot. And I'm like, we're almost at the end now, but I'll ask you now. How was your week, Alex?
Well, you didn't really tell me when we started running, so I'm.
That's true. Yeah. We just kind of like jumped in because we were already talking about like Miami and stuff. But
yeah.
How was your week, Alex?
Well, it was good. It was good. I'm still starting out over at AM 7:30, and I've got to be honest, man. I am still so green.
Still the new guy, huh?
Still the new guy. Yep. I'm still. I actually did. There's a dishwasher at work, and I've taken it upon myself. Like, well, if I'm the new guy, like, this is something that a new guy would do. Let's go ahead and do that. But
yeah,
because right now for AM 7:30, I sound really good on air.
Right.
But some of the other behind the scenes stuff, I'm still kind of working out.
Like organizational wise, or
the writing, the tweeting, like sending traffic reports over to CKNW. Like, there's a lot of things that I could still tighten up there. So I tell people that I'm a piece of IKEA furniture. I look really nice, but the screws need to start getting tightened up.
Oh yeah.
But it's going good. Like I did 4 to 12s. Yeah, for the whole Wednesday through to Sunday. What did I even do Monday, Tuesday? I can't remember. But yeah, nothing really. Just and writing for Todd. I got to start getting some more stuff up on his site. But yeah, man, working for AM 7:30 is a surprising mental drain.
Yeah,
physically.
Well, I suppose because like you say 4 to 12, it's 8 hours. You're just on all the time.
Yep,
and you need to be like on all the time.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like you get breaks. Like for example, at a music station, you're doing like a 5-hour shift, and you're doing like 3 to 4 breaks an hour. You're on every like 2 minutes.
Yep,
or so roughly, depending on how long your commercials are or whatever. Like you're always talking. I can't imagine. I imagine you're out of breath. Like a lot.
The sports broadcasting really helped. Because
because you got to be like on your toes. Okay.
Oh yeah, and those are like 3-hour shifts nonstop.
Yikes,
With the Langley Rams, it's not so bad because I do color commentary, so I can take little breaks. But when I do the Surrey Knights, it's play-by-play all the time. Like Hirose, back to
because it's audio only, or is it streamed, like web streamed?
We have a video. We have a web stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, even then though, you gotta keep people like up to date with every single thing that's happening. Like,
our camera guy wasn't so great last year, so he didn't. We told him just to do bare bones because he wasn't like a camera guy. So yeah, I really had to color in a lot of those details. But that does help
good
with.
Practice.
Great practice. But that helps with the with having to talk so often. Like, my voice is pretty conditioned. There's free coffee and of course, there's free water.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they made you pay for it?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like a nickel a glass?
I mean, no. Water's a right, okay? It's a human right. Give the man some water.
Yeah. This is not a privilege here.
Yeah.
But it is kind of tough to be talking for that long. There are little tricks you can do. Like, if you know something's not going to change, like, say, a weather report, it's always going to be, chance of showers on Thursday.
Yeah.
You can record that for 30 seconds and then run that into your breaks. And then you have 2 minutes to take a bathroom break.
Yeah.
But
I need to pee.
Yeah. Because people don't think about that, too. Like, with the radio broadcasters, like, you're in there.
Yeah.
And there's really no opportunity unless you do things like that to get out and get something to eat, because if I'm talking for 45 to 50 minutes out of an hour, how am I going to eat a burrito? Like, that's...
Yeah, you have 10 minutes, to go heat it up, and then you got to come back.
Yeah, there's so much running in and out of the studio and sending the reports out, so there's little tricks that you can do with that, but you're right, like, especially with that point with music radio versus talk radio, because with music radio, you're only coming on, like, if you're going on 8 times during an hour, that's a lot. Like, that's a fair bit for music radio, but... Yeah, 45 minutes out of the hour for talk radio.
Woo-wee!
Yeah.
I mean, we do our podcasts are between like 30, 40 minutes. Like, we used to do them almost an hour, but we're like, we should cut down because, like, you actually, like, at the end, we're like, I didn't know it, but I'm getting a little tired of talking.
Right? Yeah. Like, I need a nap here, yeah.
You're like, in my regular life, I don't talk this much. What is going on? So, like, I can't imagine 8 hours.
Yeah, Well, it's not easy, but again, with the play-by-play stuff, it's getting easier. Yeah, it can get rough. It can get rough, and that's how my week went.
No.
How did your week go, Tim?
How did my week go? It was actually very uneventful. I got a hammock though.
Oh,
which I'm very excited about. I got a big. It's like a double size string hammock.
Yeah.
So like you can fit 2 people in there. My dad's like, "Oh, you're never gonna sit in that thing." I was like, "I'm gonna prove you wrong. I bought this thing and I'm gonna use it."
Yeah.
So I've sat in it like twice.
Well, since when? How'd your week go?
Had it for about 6 days. 6 days.
Hey, that's a good average. That's once every 3 days.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, that was the most exciting thing to happen to me, which I am still very excited about. I mean, I've never had a hammock before. My dad said he had a hammock in the garage for like 8 years, and then he gave it to the thrift store. And I was like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, like that. The trip is like getting mad at. Well, parents is the only really thing where this would come up. But like, if somebody has something for so long and then they give it away, we're like, dude, I would have loved that.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I just had this pile of cash lying in a bag in the garage for like 10 years, but I didn't use it. So
you know what? Decided I didn't need it.
Didn't need it. Just gave it to a homeless guy.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh Jesus.
So you bought a hammock.
I bought a hammock, and not as cheap as I would have expected.
Yeah.
Because you got to buy the stand for them, too. Because, like, you can hang it from, like, a tree or like, a fence, but our fence is going to fall over anytime now.
Yeah.
And we have, like, one tiny tree in the backyard. So I'm like, okay, not going to work with the tree. So I had to buy a stand for it. It came out to, like, $200.
Oh, wow.
All together. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit in this thing a lot to make it worth it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I mean, my dad said he's used it. My brother was using it yesterday, so... I need people to use it to justify my purchase.
Well, hey, I can go out and use it.
I'll give you the royal tour in the hammock. That sounds good.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, Alex, thanks so much for coming, man.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'd love to have you back again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Especially because you came through for me because next week I'm going to be away. So we're actually pre-recording this a week ahead of time.
Ooh.
Breaking the magic.
So are we talking to people from the past? Like, is this a time capsule?
Yeah,
or are
this
we
is
like
a time
in the
capsule
future for them?
I think we would be the time capsule for future other people.
Yeah. I don't know why that was hard for me. I should have just... Yeah.
For me, you got me a little tripped up there. I was like, what? Wait, what's real? What's not?
Hey, one last thing I want to mention is actually 2 things. One, thank you for having me. Thank you for
absolutely.
bringing me on
It was
this
a pleasure.
podcast.
It was a pleasure.
Wouldn't it be cool to have like a BCIT roundtable? Just like get a couple of people from the, like Caitlin is somebody that I'd love to talk to because she does her voiceover stuff now.
Well, yeah. And I mean, she directed me towards some voiceover classes, which I'm taking right now.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Caitlin, I know you're in voiceover. Would you recommend anywhere to go? So she recommended this place I go to right now, and it's been really cool because I've learned a lot and I've met some really cool people. And there's a potential that I might be full-time professional voiceover actor type thing.
Wow.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, clearly you had the setup to do something like that here.
Yes, hopefully this will all work out and not break down on me.
Do you have any characters? Do you have any voices?
At the moment, I did this one. A couple weeks ago in one of our classes. This character called Voodoo Daddy.
Voodoo. Oh, this is okay. Yeah.
It was supplied by one of our instructors, but it was basically just if you can think. I'm trying to compare him to someone that would get people in mind. But it was like I'd come in and be like, "Hey, it's the Voodoo Daddy."
Okay, yeah.
So it's like he's really flamboyant, rambunctious, like really over the top.
I've got one. Have you ever watched Metalocalypse?
I've heard the name before.
There's a clown, Roscoe the Clown, on there.
Oh,
yeah. Roscoe the Clown.
Is that the guy who does cocaine? Yeah, okay, I've seen that clip. I've seen that one clip.
And he blows up one of those long balloons with his butt.
Yeah, I think I saw the clip.
Cocaine. Yeah,
that's so fucking hilarious.
Wild, yeah, big, right? Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. So it's very similar to that. I do that. I did an old guy last week, but it would hurt my voice, so I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
Because it was getting really grumbly and because he was like some kind of colonel.
Okay,
or whatever, and he was supposed to be a ghost too. So I was trying to make him ghosty and old and colonel-y, and I was like, and it hurt my voice. So I was like, steer clear.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Yeah, an old Colonel Ghost.
Ghost guy. And it's for this funny cartoon, but like he gets like over the top, and like during the class I was doing this and I was like, oh, and I did this one thing. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna drink some water and I'm just gonna hide in the corner, guys.
And then everyone else is like on the other side of the production booth staring at you. And you're just like, oh my god, they just saw me like mess that up.
Just like so yeah, what else? I mean, I'm trying to think. That's one of my favorite ones that I've done. They've gotten me to do a lot of stuff just in my regular voice.
Yeah.
Because they're saying like, hey, a lot of voice directors in the city are looking for people just to use their regular voice, because for shows like, for example, My Little Pony is produced here in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. For any bronies out there.
Yeah, they're out there.
They've used so many actors' voices in that show already, but they don't want to reuse anybody. So they're just looking for people to start doing their regular voices instead of like their pony voices.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta find whoever runs that show. I don't know who runs that show, but that's one of the instructors was telling me like, yeah, if you guys ever want to do My Little Pony,
I don't want to like stereotype her, but I've got a good feeling Caitlin knows.
I feel like she may have been on that show before.
Yeah, you know what?
She's got a very sweet voice, so it makes sense that she'd play a pony or something similar. Yeah, but anyways, Alex, thanks again so much for coming. Do you have any Twitter, Facebook, Instagram things you want to plug?
Actually, for the most part, it's all Carrigan PXP for my accounts, but if we're going to plug it, Toddcast Podcast.
There we go.
Todd is single-handedly the best boss I've ever worked for, and his content is top-notch. He does... I love podcasts that bring on a wide variety of guests, and that's Todd. Like, on one episode, he'll bring on a mixed martial arts fighter or a stand-up comedian and a musician.
Whoa.
And pretty much the standard is music guest, entertainment guest, and comedian, I believe.
Right.
Music, entertainment, sports, pardon me. Music, entertainment, sports.
That's cool.
There is always variety. He'll play those the indie bands from Vancouver. He's also got a couple of shows coming up. I believe he's got one coming up at the Railway on August 3rd.
So live recordings of the podcast, or there's live broadcasts?
It's a show. He's going to have some musical guests come on for the Railway. God, I got these tweets that I should be sending out. I should know this off by heart, shouldn't I? But Todd, check out Todd Hancock, Toddcast Podcast. Get on his social media feeds, his Twitter. It's all Toddcast Podcast, and yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Carrigan PXP.
Carrigan
if I'm
PXP.
saying that right.
Yep.
We're always on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're Wonder Boys Cast. We're on our website, wonderboys.ca. Facebook's just the Wonder Boys Cast, I think. The Wonder Boys Podcast. I should know this too, shouldn't I?
It should be written down somewhere.
Maybe, we should just have a big piece of paper just slapped on the wall here. The Wonder Boys Podcast on Facebook. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We're on podcast.com. We're in your mom's basement in her CD collection.
Can't confirm.
Nothing weird going on there. And thanks again for listening. We'll see you next time.